It's finally happened. Smart contracts are now officially live on the Cardano network and have been since September 12th. So regardless of whether you're currently holding any ADA or are maybe interested in it, you'll want to pay attention, as I think you'll find this information I'm about to cover really useful. And I'll even share with you guys the one sector in the blockchain network that I would be focusing on for investments. And it's a relatively new and emerging sector that I believe is going to become a huge and explosive industry over the coming years, which means there's a potential for some huge ROIs. But I'll get into that a bit later. So let's begin. But yeah, basically what this means is that Cardano, the network responsible for supporting the cryptocurrency ADA, is now the largest proof-of-stake platform with smart contracts.
But Ethereum has smart contracts too. Ethereum is gonna beat Cardano. Ethereum to the moon.
And honestly, I don't care what anyone says about Ethereum. Yes, Ethereum is the most popular currency for NFT transactions. And yeah, Ethereum does have smart contracts as well. However, even though I'm a current holder of both ETH and ADA, I think over time, Cardano is going to decimate Ethereum. I just don't understand how it's even a contest at this point. Just because ETH has a higher market cap than ADA, and it's better known, doesn't automatically make it better. Which is why I don't really understand any argument that Ethereum is going to beat Cardano, as in my opinion, Cardano is just vastly superior in too many ways. And due to Ethereum's ridiculously high gas fees and the limitations of the platform's scalability, there's just no getting around that Ethereum is an imperfect system. Of course, I think both ETH and ADA will do well over time, but I think ADA is going to come out ahead and be much more widely adopted over time when people start to realize all of its incredible benefits over Ethereum. So, what the developers behind Cardano did was look at both Bitcoin and Ethereum, took the good parts from both, and developed their own cryptocurrency, ADA, which they built on their Cardano network, thereby building out the first generation of smart contracts through both a cheaper and more eco-friendly proof-of-stake system. So while we're talking about smart contracts, let's look at NFTs for a second. To put it bluntly, Ethereum is such an inefficient way to run NFTs. Cardano would be so much cheaper to list NFT verifications on through smart contracts. And I don't even mean a little cheaper. I mean a lot cheaper. There are instances where just to list your own NFT on the blockchain through Ethereum, you'd have to fork up 70 to 80 times more money just for a fucking gas fee than you would with Cardano. So unless you're a high roller, it just doesn't really make any sense for the average person to continue listing NFTs through the Ethereum network. And to simply explain what a smart contract is, it's an agreement on a decentralized blockchain platform between two parties. And because the agreement happens on a decentralized platform and doesn't require any money to be funneled through banks, insurance companies, or other middlemen, the transaction is essentially instantaneous, meaning that Cardano smart contracts have the potential to be used for more than just NFTs. It has the potential to be used for trading securities in the stock market, gambling, real estate, and a lot more. Okay, so now that you've heard some of the use cases, you might be wondering what this Cardano update will look like and what you should expect. And how it works is, once the code for the Cardano update is debugged, the developers will push the code to a test environment where they can mimic the live Cardano network, where the engineers can then further test the update with mock smart contracts to make sure everything's working as it should. And once the code updates appear to be running smoothly, the new code is deployed on the live Cardano network. And the awesome aspect about this is that because Cardano is such a robust system, the network doesn't even have to shut down for the update rollout, as Cardano is engineered to allow for live updates, which is pretty incredible considering just how complex blockchain engineering is. Okay, so the code is functioning as it should, and Cardano's smart contracts are live. Now what? Well, now comes the exciting part. Businesses and applications can now build on top of the Cardano network. So whether you want to build out a Cardano-based peer-to-peer NFT marketplace, create a smart contract real estate app that allows users to list properties without any fees from middlemen, or create an entirely new kind of trading app that uses the Cardano network for instantaneous transactions, well, now you can do all of that. And remember, the longevity and the value of Cardano will not necessarily come from Cardano itself, but rather the interesting and unique kinds of applications that are going to be built on top of it. And of course, because Cardano has such a huge amount of potential to become this incredible framework, as time goes on, Cardano's native token ADA will also benefit. So aside from ADA itself benefiting, I think it's time to talk about one area in the blockchain that is going to be benefiting from smart contracts. And it's not just NFTs, but rather video game NFTs. This sector is going to be huge. I think if the idea of Cardano, smart contracts, and NFTs excite you, we're going to be seeing a lot more video games that are going to be integrated with the blockchain that allow users to create, buy, and sell goods within the virtual video game world as NFTs, essentially creating an entirely complex virtual economy where NFT goods can appreciate in value. And for anyone who doesn't play video games, you might be thinking, okay, big deal. So what if NFTs are in video games? That's nothing special. To which I would say, F you, you stupid little bit. It actually is something both incredibly unique and special, because currently we have a lot of video game NFTs built around Ethereum. However, with Cardano stepping out now and offering insanely low fees for transactions of digital assets, I think a lot of new game developers are going to swarm to the Cardano network, which means I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye out on newer video game NFT projects. And honestly, video game NFT assets isn't something you should take lightly. Say what you will about video games, but from the research I've done, it's just hard for me to not see this as the next big thing that hasn't caught on to the general public yet. I mean, the total number of people who play video games in the United States alone is over 200 million, and that number is going to continue to rise over the coming years. And honestly, with cryptocurrencies, blockchain applications, and NFTs showing no sign of slowing down, I think the next decade is going to hold some really exciting things when it comes to Cardano. Also, let me know what you guys think about the idea of video game assets as NFTs, and if it's something you guys would be more interested in, as I'd be happy to cover more content around it. Anyway, that's the video, guys. Thanks to those of you who made it to the end, you the real ones, and I'll catch you next time.